We are going to create high dynamic range images using GIMP, and I am loosely following this instruction guide from Instructables. We have GIMP open already, and the version of GIMP is it's for Windows, and it's GIMP 2.4.7. First, we want to open our image, and I already have them in a folder, and I'm going to open. I've renamed the images middle and dark and light, and it's important to do that step because otherwise it's easy to get them all mixed up, because we're going to be working back and forth from the three images. We're going to use the middle image as our image that we will add the other layers to. So here is our dark image, and here's our middle image, and here is our light image. First thing I want to do is copy our dark image, and then we're going to go to our middle image, pick it up over here, our middle image, and we're going to paste that as a layer. I want to open my layers box by hitting Control L, and then we are going to add a new layer, and here is our layers box, and so here's our new layer, and then when we paste what we copied from the dark layer into this layer, it will paste into our box. We have to anchor it for it to go in there. Some GIMP programs, the one that I use in Linux, has a paste as a new layer. This one has paste as new image, but that's not what we want. We want in layers. So anyway, so now we have this is our middle layer. Here we want to go back to our dark layer and adjust our dark layer, and then later we will add that to our middle layer. So we're going to go to colors and desaturate, and we'll just leave it on average. And the next thing we want to do is go to colors, and we're going to adjust this image, and we can use curves or we can use a threshold, and either one will work. I'm going to go ahead and use the threshold, and so we are going to be creating a layer mask, and so everything that is black in this image will not show up on our layer, but everything that is white will be opaque and show up through our layers. And so I'm just going to move this threshold way over here, so I want to get that really dark sky in our image. So I'm going to just estimate right there and pick OK. And so now I'm going to copy this layer, edit and copy, and then go back now to our middle layer, and we have this is our layer that we pasted. And the other thing you can do is edit the attributes and rename that so we know it's a dark layer. And then we can, with this highlighted here, right click, add add layer mask. And if we have the grayscale copy of layer selected and add that, it just goes right in here as a copy. And so now we have our middle layer with the dark layer mask on top of it, and I can click this eyeball and see what effect it's having to our middle layer. And so we're getting these nice colors in the sky from our middle layer. Sometimes you have to actually align the two images too, but these look like they are pretty much lined up on top of each other. So next step is to go to our light layer, and here is our light layer, and you can see that from our label. And we want to make a copy of this layer, so just edit and copy, and then we'll go back to our middle layer, and we have to go over here and add a new layer, and just OK, and then we're going to then edit, paste, and then hit the anchor button here to anchor that into our new layer. So now we have our color image here, and but we want to remember we are in our main operating image, and we don't want to edit this image. We have to go back to our light image to make our adjustments on our light image. So now we are going to go to colors, desaturate, and just select desaturate here, and that takes all of our color out to make it a grayscale image. And now we're going to invert this image, and the same thing with the inverted light image. What is dark here will be transparent on our composite image, and what is light here will be opaque and actually add to our composite image. So we can adjust this, and we can use thresholds, or we can use the curves. And just to see the difference, I'm going to use the curves on this image. And I'm actually, I want the sky in that area to be dark, but I want the foreground to be a little brighter. So I am just going to actually bring this down a little bit, and you just have to experiment and see which composite you're going to like better with all the different possible adjustments you can do. So I'm going to go back here and copy this layer, and now we go back to our middle image, and so then we can go to our layer, right click, and add layer mask, and we have our grayscale copy checked, and add layer. So now we have our color image and our adjusted grayscale image here, and we can uncheck this and see what difference it's making. Now our image is a lot brighter with this new layer added, and so what we can do is reduce the transparency of this layer. There we go. And we've lost a little bit of this dark sky that I like, but we've brightened up the foreground a little bit. You can, after you do all of this, you can see if rearranging the order of the layers might improve the image. I kind of like this one better. I still would like this foreground to be a little brighter, but for right now I think you understand the process.